And welcome to week one of the WebCenter World Series training. This is going to be an 8-week session where we're going to help WebCenter owners get off on the right foot in building their unfranchised business leveraging WebCenters. So we're going to talk a little bit about the contest and the campaign tonight. We'll get you started and prepared on how to set a solid goal statement surrounding your WebCenter business. And then each and every week thereafter, we're going to focus on one area of the products and services that we offer. So we're going to be talking about websites. We're going to be talking about design and search engine optimization. We're going to talk about driving traffic through either Google advertising, Facebook advertising, or even social media management. So looking forward to educating you on all that we have to offer through WebCenters. And of course, these are all recorded for you to be able to access at a later date. So the WebCenter World Series is going to run from tonight all the way through November 5th. And the exciting prize is the WebCenter owner with the highest total of points will win $1,000 or the equivalent in your country's currency once we do the conversion, if it happens to be someone outside of the US, right? So the one caveat here is that the winner must have at least one appointment with WebCenter sales support and also one sale from each of the categories: a website sale, a design sale, and any digital marketing product sale. So that DMP product sale could be SEO, Google advertising, Facebook advertising, social media management, online reputation management, Morse Connect here in the US, or content writing. So any of those. So we do have a point breakdown, but the idea is that you have to have at least one from each of those categories in order to be eligible to win the award. Now, for point values, you'll get 1 point for every website demo appointment with a product specialist because we can track that. So when you schedule a product demo, you will get a point when you use the sales calendar. If you do it on your own, we can't track that, so you won't get the 1 point. But if you feel that you are in a position where you've got a great relationship and you've got a system down and you want to sell the sites yourselves, well, guess what? You get 10 points for every website sale anyways. So I don't think that's going to be a challenge if you miss out on the 1 point for the demo as well. Now, if you're doing any DMP demo appointments with a product specialist, again, 1 point. So we want to encourage all the WebCenter owners and new WebCenter owners specifically to leverage the sales support and our product specialists. So just by scheduling qualified appointments, you're going to earn points, right? 1 point for a website demo or one point for a DMP demo appointment. As I mentioned, 10 points for any website sale and 5 points for any DMP or digital marketing product sale. And what's interesting is that design center packages are considered DMP products. So if you sell a new website and a design package, you're going to earn 15 points, right? 10 for the website sale and 5 for the DMP sale. Now, other products that are in the DMP category, I mentioned SEO, whether it's local or regional, social media management, Google advertising, Facebook advertising, online reputation management, Morse Connect, content writing, but also monthly managed service and support. That means if you have a client that upgrades to monthly managed support, that counts as a digital marketing product because it's more of a consultation type of service. Beyond that, we have additional recognition and awards at the end of this time period. So the individual that has the most website sales will win or earn really one free website setup. Now that means that they can sell a website and they earn additional retail profits because you don't have the wholesale cost on that, right? So you're going to earn additional money on the website sale. Now there's no BV attached because we're taking away the website setup. A design center sale, so the individual who sells the most design packages will earn or win one free classic design package. And again, if you sell that to a client and they're paying for that, that means that you're going to earn additional retail profits. SEO sales, the top individual that sells the most SEO, whether it's local or regional, will win one free local SEO package. Again, check out the WebCenter price list so you can see the value of each of these in your market. So here in the US, that would be a $325 value. So you're winning that in terms of retail profit. Google advertising sales, regardless of the level of package, whether it's basic or premium plus, we've got the top web center owner that sells Google advertising will win 1 free basic Google ad package. Now I'll tell you that you could also use this as a web center owner. So if you wanted to use these for yourselves in your unfranchised business, you could do that. You could do that as well. Social media management, the top in those sales will win 1 free social media management month. And of course, Facebook advertising sales, the top web center owner selling those will earn 1 free premium Facebook ad. So basically, for each of the categories, whoever the top web center owner is in selling that category will win that as a prize, right? And I think that's a neat way to do it. And if you look at it, there are 6 here, right? You got website sales, design, SEO, Google, social media, and Facebook. That's 6. You look at the website overall sales, the Web Center World Series overall, that's 6 prizes. And then, of course, we've got the prizes for those that have the most appointments with sales support. So what we're looking at is we're trying to get to 9 innings, kind of like a baseball game, right? So plenty of prizes, plenty of awards. So here it is. The web center owner with the most completed website demo appointments from each country will be awarded 1 free month of web center hosting. So we're doing that for each and every country. So every country, if you just happen to be the best at setting appointments, you're going to earn a free month of web center hosting. We thought that was a great way to incentivize those for using sales support. So those are the kind of rules, the awards. And if you want to see those further in depth, when you go to mawc411.com and you click on the banner for the contest, right where you registered for this contest, it had the rules, and you can download those, and it also went over all the point values as well. Okay, so now that we understand the contest, it's time to take what? Action. Time to take action. We got to get prepared. So the rest of tonight, we're going to talk about setting your goals in an action plan, creating a work schedule, and organizing and prioritizing, right? Prioritizing what we're doing in terms of activity and our schedules. You're going to follow the system, the 5 C's, and then you're going to leverage the teams of professionals and repeat. And of course, we always want to talk about business expansion. So you want to expand with MA Web Centers because you can generate more group volume and solid unfranchised partners by sponsoring more web center owners. So we'll be talking about business building throughout this as well. So it's always a great reminder, and you have seen this before, is that what gets scheduled gets done. And I love this quote from John Maxwell. You'll never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. So you need to take a look at your schedule, and you need to block off the times that you're going to devote to your unfranchised business. You're going to make some non-negotiable times where you're going to make contacts and calls and approaches to set appointments. You're going to schedule some times aside that you can build your web center business and do some of those demo appointments. But if you have a blank calendar, I guarantee that will get filled up with other things. So you really want to prioritize your business and then fit everything else around it, right? So I call it non-negotiable time versus negotiable time. So now that you've got your materials ready to go, it's time to make a plan for profitability, right? That's strategic planning. So there are 2 types of goals we're going to discuss. There's short-term goals, and those can be met with increasing cash flow, retail profits, right? And then there's long-term goals, and your long-term financial goals can typically be handled with your MPCP or your commissions. So when we talk about any income, we do have to remember that it's not a guarantee. The only guarantee is that if you put in the work, you're going to get results. But any of the income that we talk about are going to be averages, right? Averages. And one of the most important tools that you have at your disposal on unfranchise.com is if you download the Web Center price list. And that's going to give you an outline of every product in the Web Center division. It's going to give you all of the retail costs. It's going to give you the retail profit and the BV associated. And I'll tell you, when we talk about the profitability with website sales, the average website sale is about $1,000 US. Yeah, it can range from $100 to $2,700 in retail profit. But if we just look at the averages over the years, it's right around $1,000. And that's a great way to help you gauge what you want to do with your web center business. And you can see the other markets as well. So if you're selling websites in Canada, Australia, or Singapore, you can see the dollar amount there, or the UK, HK, right, Hong Kong, or Taiwan. But the idea is it's all around the idea that it's about $1,000 US. Now, is it okay if it's $500? And maybe another website sale might be $2,000? Yeah, again, that's why we call it an average, right? So let's have you think about your short-term goals, right? Short-term goals, whether they're business or personal, right? In terms of business goals, maybe some business goals short-term might be travel expenses. We got an incredible event coming up with the MA World Conference at the end of February and going to be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So you're going to have some travel expenses. Maybe you got a regional conference coming up, right? Maybe putting your business in the black. Maybe you're just getting started and you want to be able to recover and recap your costs, recoup your startup investment. Events or education, right? We got a general product training or we got the product symposium coming up, other local seminars. What other events or education would you like to attend that you need some additional cash flow? Maybe just simply to try more product, right? You got some great new products that were just released. Maybe you want to try some of them. So you want to make sure that you have more cash flow again through your business to devote to investing in maybe some new products. Or maybe just to help a prospect get started. Maybe you want to work and have them as your intern and help develop some cash flow so that you can help offset their startup expenses, right? But of course, what about personal goals? Maybe it's a family vacation. Maybe it's to pay off some credit card debt. Maybe some holiday spending, extracurricular activities, right? Maybe dance lessons, horseback riding, I don't know, White River rafting, whatever it might be, right? Maybe buying a whole new library. Maybe it's redoing your bathroom or a kitchen in your home. Anything that has a one-time expense. So we can take our financial goal in a short term and leverage the Web Center division to accomplish that goal. So for example, let's say an unfranchised owner would like to buy 3 tickets to the MA World Conference in 2022 and cover all of their expenses. They're going to get flight, right? So their airfare, they're going to get their accommodations, their hotel, maybe some money for food and lodging, like we just said, plus their tickets. So maybe here in the US, it might be about $1,500. Maybe from another country, it's about $3,000. So you're looking at maybe $1,500 to $3,000 that you need to come up with. Yeah, you might be able to do it cheaper, but let's just start with that as a goal or an example. So how do we cover that cost to achieve your goal with Web Centers? Well, let's be ultra conservative. And let's just say we're just getting started and we're going to maybe earn about $500 in profit from our website sale. I know the average is 1,000, but I'm being conservative here just for the numbers and show you what that still takes. Well, that means that you would have 3 to 6 average website sales would completely pay for your MAWC tickets and trip, right? So $1,500 to $3,000 is 3 to 6 website sales. Now we've got about 6 months. So what does that turn out to be? It's about 1 website sale per month or maybe 1 every other month. So it's so doable when you break it down that way. This can be applied to any goal with a fixed cost. You want a down payment for a vehicle, you want to pay off a credit card, you want to put aside $1,000 towards the holidays. You just take your goal divided by your average retail profit. I would say maybe use $500 or $1,000, and that gives you the number of website sales that you need in order to attain that goal. And then when we talk about your long-term goals, we're going to satisfy that with your unfranchised business, the MPCP, the Management Performance Compensation Plan. So your business goals might be that living security type of income, right? You want to match your employment income, maybe a new UFO level. Maybe you just want to duplicate the business or help more people achieve their goals. Or long-term personal goals might be maybe a new home or a second home, a new car, right? That unfranchised lifestyle, the director lifestyle, time freedom, that's what we really call living security. Education, maybe going back to school, maybe paying for a college for a loved one, starting a charity, maybe just to leave a legacy, right? So you have to determine what that is, but you also need to determine the financial amount. Like what is the dollar amount associated with your long-term goal? So then when we look at your unfranchised business, we have to realize that each website sold generates up to 235 BV. So it's 200 BV for the website setup, but then basically, depending on the tier of monthly service, whether they do basic, they do standard, or they do monthly managed, will determine whether you get an additional 530 or 35 BV per month. right? So each active client at that point forward is going to generate 5 BV for basic monthly service, 30 BV for standard monthly service, and 35 BV for monthly managed service. And again, that happens to come on an ongoing recurring basis as your clients are paying their monthly fees. And of course, digital marketing products generate additional BV and retail profits, whether it's any of our DMP or design packages. So when we look at your Getting Started guide and the Master UFO, we always come back to talking about duplicating base 10, 7 strong. So while we know each sale comes with 235 BV and the ongoing monthly service fee, we also realized that if we had just 10 active website clients, it could generate up to another 350 BV per month, right? If they're on monthly managed. But let's just say they're on standard. Standard monthly service would be 30 BV times 10 clients is 300 BV coming in on an ongoing basis. Now, just in the initial sales of those 10 clients, 10 times 200 BV would give you over 2,000 BV just from the initial sale, right? So keep the BV in mind when you're setting your long-term goals, right? So when we look at the average UFO, we talk about the BV retail sales goal is 300 BV per month minimum. So most UFOs are doing that with either Lumiere DV or Motives or Isotonics or TLS or some other MA branded products. Web center owners can literally just take those 10 active website customers at standard monthly service at 30 BV, and there's your 300 BV per month. Now, the beautiful thing is you as an unfranchised owner, your personal BV goes above and beyond that. Any of your other health and nutrition sales or personal care sales, any additional product sales go above and beyond that. So WebCenters is a BV machine. But when you look at base 10, 7 strong, it's you plus 3 unfranchised owners on your left and 3 unfranchised owners on your right. That's a total of everyone with 10 clients at 30 BV, and you have duplicated the process. You plus 2, them plus 2, right? The foundation of success with Market America. So when you have 3 UFOs on your left and right, each with 100 BV in personal use, as well as their 10 customers using 30 BV per month, each unfranchised owner business development center is generating 400 BV. Well, what's 3 times 400? That flows up to you as 1,200 in group business volume. And the same thing on your right. And when you do that and you hit 1,200 group business volume on your left and 1,200 group business volume on your right, you have earned a $300 commission from the Management Performance Compensation Plan. Beautiful thing about WebCenters is that next month, if they're doing their 100 BV in personal use and their 10 clients are still on board with us, that's an additional 1,200 BV. So you can go through the pay cycle very quickly when you build this foundation. And as you duplicate it to other unfranchised owners and other web center owners, you are going to build momentum and you are going to be earning commission checks more quickly based on that foundation. So WebCenters is a great way to develop a solid business. So one of the most important things that you can do anytime you're starting a new quarter or starting a business is to really write out your goals and an action plan. So write out the things that you want short term, right? Determine 3 things that you would like to pay for in the next 90 days. We're going to make it a 3-month goal here. So what would you like to accomplish in the next 90 days? And then we translate it into an action plan, right? How many website sales do you need? So divide it by, I would recommend 500 because it's very conservative. So if you want $1,000 towards holiday spending, you want $1,000 towards your world conference, and you want $1,000 towards your credit card bill, that's a total of $3,000. 3,000 divided by 500 is going to be 6 website sales over the next 90 days, right? That would mean that you would need to have 2 website sales per month. Very doable every other week, right? But if we just stick to maybe 1 website sale per month, how many website demonstrations? Well, we know that the averages across the board are that 1 out of every 4 demonstration appointments result in a sale. So that means that we want to guarantee, almost guarantee success. So we want to have 4 website demonstration appointments. So 4 website demonstrations in the course of a month, that's only 1 per week. Again, very doable. So if we're looking for 1 website demo per week, then we should probably have what? How many consultations? About 2. 50% of your website consultations will result in you closing them into learning more information and getting a website demo with a product specialist. So now you've got 2 consultations per week to schedule 1 website demo per week. At the end of that, hopefully you will have 1 website sale per month, right? So then when we look at how many consultations per week, right? If we're looking at 12 weeks, that gives you an idea. How many approaches or contacts? Well, you should have a list of at least a multiplier of 4, right? So if we're looking back at this and we say that we need to have 3 sales, 3 times 4 is 12 demonstrations. We need to have 24 consultations divided by 12 is 2 consultations per week. And again, how many approaches or contacts? It's going to be about 1 out of every 4. So 2 times 4 is 8 contacts per week. Divided by 5 is less than 2 per day. So if you do 2 contacts per day, you're almost guaranteeing success, right? And that's how you break it down so it's easy on a daily basis rather than saying, oh my goodness, how am I going to contact 100 individuals? Yeah, it was easy. It's 1 to 2 people per day, 1 to 2 business candidates per day in order to schedule 2 consultations. And I'll tell you that if you stay committed to that, you'll see results. And then in terms of your long-term goals, where do you want your unfranchised to be in the next year, 12 months from now? So you take a goal date, you put it on the calendar. How many weeks is that, right? Is it 50 weeks? Is it 30 weeks? 26 weeks, right? So let's just say 50 weeks. What's your income goal per month? I want to be a senior master coordinator earning $3,000 per month. Okay, well, $3,000 per month is you have to go through the pay cycle twice, right? $1,500 times 2 would be $3,000, right? So we know that in order to earn $1,500 from the MPCP, you had to have gone through and accumulated over 5,000 group business volume on your left and right. Well, if we have to do that twice, that means 10,000. 10,000 BV per month on the left and right to achieve Senior Master Coordinator. Maybe we just jump back and come back to, Executive Coordinator. $1,500 per month, which is 5,000 BV per month. And if we realize that we're following on base 10-7 strong, how many unfranchised owners are needed on the left doing 400 BV? Well, you take 5,000 divided by 400, and you realize that it's about 12, a little over 12. 12 UFOs on the left and right, right? So that's how you map out and build an action plan. I highly encourage you get with your senior partner, go through the Getting Started guide, or even go to the masterclass with Dennis and Jim on YouTube and really go through and look at how to develop a strategic action plan. There's a great session on YouTube on that. And then, how many plans do you need to show? Well, we know that it's usually 1 out of every 4 business presentations results in someone coming on board. So if you need to sponsor and have 10 UFOs joining you, then you need to have about 40 business presentations over the course of that year. Now, again, it's not just you, it's you and your team. And the new people that you bring on board, it's their presentations as well. It's just a total allotment. And if you divide that out by whatever amount of weeks, it gives you a goal to shoot for, something to strive for. Maybe you should be showing at least, 2 per week? 2 per week. I think that would be a great place to start. Start with 2 per week, and then as you start going through the trial run and bringing new partners on board, you're going to be showing the presentation for them, and that's going to increase the amount of plans that you're showing. And eventually, you're going to offload responsibility and start leading a team, and they're going to be showing the plan without you. And those plans still count because it's still towards your total goals in your unfranchised business. So I highly encourage you watch the strategic action plan session with Dennis Franks on YouTube. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to your senior partner or even email us. Okay. So ultimately, what are we selling? Are we selling the technology? Are we selling websites? Are we selling digital marketing? Are we selling the features? Are we selling the benefits? Are we selling the appointment? Well, we sell the appointment. It's as simple as that. Think of it as the referral approach, right? It's a proven system built upon selling appointments and then leveraging our teams of professionals to do the heavy lifting. So you think of it as the handoff, the liaison, the referral approach. If I could show you a way, if I could connect you with someone who could help you with your digital marketing, would you be open to a 30-minute consultation? Yeah, it's not about you. You can't answer the questions. You have to get them on an appointment with a product specialist, right? So it's very simple, it's very effective, and it's a great way to book a lot of appointments, right? So the last thing that you need to do to prepare, right? We talked about your schedule, we talked about your goals and your action plan. Well, now you can't open up your notebook and realize that there's no candidates on it. Who are you going to contact? If you need to contact 50 businesses over the next 3 months, well, guess what? You can't have a blank list. So you need to go one industry at a time, go column by column, and you need to brainstorm who do you know that owns a business? Who do you know that's employed at a small business? Who do you do business with and who is well connected in that industry? And go through all the major categories, right? Restaurants, contractors, lawyers, gyms, salons, car detailers, dentists, doctors, landscapers, retail shops, organizations, churches, and so many more. If you're looking for a really robust list of all of the industries, I encourage you to go to mawebcenters.com. When you click on web design, you will see that we've got some designs by Oasis, but in that is a whole list of templates, industry related categories. So you can go through and just look at that as a way to build your list. Who do I know that's an accountant? Who do I know that's a health professional? Who do I know that's a nutrition advisor? Who do I know that has a consultative agency? Who do I know that has an online store? Who do I know that has a car dealership, right? Go through that. And if you can just jot down names, you're going to have a really robust names list or candidate list so that you can start making calls, right? When you follow the 5 C's. So WebCenter World Series, what are our next steps? Well, now that you know when you're working, you have a strong action plan, and you have a list of candidates, now it's time to implement the 5 C's, right? Candidates, their current research, contacting them for a consultation, and then closing them into a website demo. If you're just getting started with us as a Web Center owner, I'm going to encourage you to go to mawc411.com, go to the Learn tab and learn online, and there's a short video that covers the 5 C's. And in that 30-minute video, it's going to walk you through each of the steps of the 5 C's so that you can make sure that you maximize your time through the Web Center World Series. And of course, follow up. Fortune is in the follow up, right? So keep good notes and organize the system to stay on track, because some of the contacts that you reach out to this week, you're going to have to follow up. They might not be ready for another 4 weeks or 5 weeks or 6 weeks. And you don't want to just let them be. You want to make sure that you follow up with them appropriately. So it really does take organization as well, so that you can follow up with your contacts throughout the whole process. And we've got some top Web Center owners that it's been years. They've been following up with clients for years before they make a sale, right? And it's just about timing. So fortune is in the follow-up. I encourage you to implement the 5 C's as quickly as you can. The quicker that you can take action on contacting businesses and scheduling consultations and website demos, the quicker that you're going to succeed. And you're going to succeed, A, because you're doing the right activity, but also because you're going to make some mistakes. And we learn by making mistakes, right? So every failure is a stepping stone forward towards your goals. I don't know any successful entrepreneur, individual, or business that has made it without making mistakes. It's just part of the process. So thank you for joining me on our week 1 of the Web Center World Series. Again, these will be all put in a playlist on YouTube and emailed out each and every week. If you have any questions, you can always email me at jasonp@marketamerica.com.